Golly. Father's Day edition.
Boom, 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 boom. I keep forgetting about that.
Do Father's Day and Mother's Day always intentionally land on Sundays?
Probably. Like, almost definitely.
Yeah.
I know, like, working in restaurants, Mother's Day was
Always a
the
Sunday.
worst.
Yeah.
Week 33.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
What are we rocking? Butternut squash?
Butternut squash. Here's my photo. I can't see because the microphone's in my way.
My photo's whole frame, always.
Oh, I don't know.
You never watch these, yeah. I don't put them in little, they're big. So I used to do this, but it covers the whole thing, so I try to, like, frame it.
Okay.
Not that it matters.
I wouldn't know.
Wow. At least somebody's watching these, kid. Hopefully you are. So week 33. What are you grateful for? What's been challenging?
We had an ultrasound this week. Make sure he was growing okay. I'm grateful that he is. So
I feel like I look 1/3 your size right now.
Because you're behind me.
Yeah, but it looks like I'm miniature.
It only makes my boobs look bigger when I do that.
I'm sure Ava's like, okay.
Cool, Mom.
Okay.
Yes, I'm grateful for that. It was cool to see an ultrasound that was later in the pregnancy because it's much different than earlier.
Baby boy moving all around.
Challenges, I think ongoing coronavirus stuff. I think, in Pennsylvania, we are starting to reopen, and it's hard for me as a person who's like, concerned about people's like opinions and stuff, because I feel like everybody's kind of going back in. Although nobody in our life has ever really, for the most part, made me feel like we don't have a reason to feel concerned. But yeah, that's hard. People kind of going back into the world. Me having to kind of like, navigate that. But yeah, that's what I got this week.
Yeah, it's the same. I don't have much, like, this week has felt really challenging. Like, I just feel overwhelmed, like, as it gets closer of, like, the to-do list doesn't end. Like, we only have, like, a bassinet and maybe 2 bottles and 2 onesies or 3 in the house. And, like, if baby came today, like, he'd be healthy and cool, but, like, we're not ready.
Yeah.
Not that we need to be, but, like, getting the room done and, like, I just can't check things off the list. So, like, the combo of that and, like, work and living at work and working at home, it's all blending and feeling very like the time is going quick. Yeah. And I feel like I need to just like take a breather on a lot of stuff. But I'm grateful that like they said baby might be small, and then we got the X-ray or the ultrasound and measuring fine and normal and healthy and
good.
Yeah. And then, like, we get to see my parents today, and our fridge broke this week. That's another thing probably breaking my brain. So, like, flash to 2020. I'm upstairs on Wednesday, probably, and you're like, the fridge light is off, is what I heard you say. And I, in my head, went, okay, like, who cares? Like, it's a light bulb, nobody. And it sounded like, I don't know what I thought you were doing, like, trying to fix it. And I just heard, like, a knocking noise. Yeah. And I thought it was you just doing stuff.
Yeah.
Come to realize that the fridge ice machine door was flapping open, shut, like a loud noise. And then over the next few hours, realizing the fridge is off. And Beal came to look at it to no avail. And like a refrigerator repair guy came the next day. No good. Basically need a new fridge.
Yeah.
So we have a mini fridge in the basement. And today my dad brought over a second mini little like drink fridge. So we're operating out of those too. And we took our whole freezer to Beal and Bobby's backup freezer.
Shout out. Grateful for that freezer.
So I think that all is like, I'm thrown off, you know what I mean? And I'm realizing how much I like to be in control of situations. And this is just so much out of my control. It's just like making me feel
that's probably why you feel that way, because our routine is completely off because we don't have a lot of food in the house that we can eat for like lunch and dinner. So it's constantly like, what are we going to do? Like I think Thursday we drove over to their house to get stuff out of the freezer, and then Friday we were gonna do that, and then I just didn't take. It's just been like that. Although I feel like we finally have our like somewhat normalcy now that we have some prepped food, some fresh food to like cook this week.
Yeah, the extra fridge space helps. But like we got our water through the fridge. It's just like all these variables of like the routine is off, and I'm very like
you're a very routine based person.
So this week was difficult. Like I've been feeling like overwhelmed, kind of anxious feelings. But and then on top of it is like all the world stuff, you know. And like I'm feeling particularly frustrated by like just the dumb bullshit of like the internet and the president and like all of the fucking like.
Yeah.
I feel stronger than ever about all of these issues, and it's just like so hard to convince folks or see people write like bigoted bullshit that's like it's just like I'm feeling stuck in those ways where I'm like, you don't get this now, like you still don't get this thing, you know?
Yeah, I know, it's wild.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird time.
It sucks, but I'm hopeful that the world that, you know, baby Ava is a part of, or whatever your name will be,
is different and better. I know.
Progress is coming. I'll text Marie. I feel like we need some Marie. Like theoretically, I know you watch these. Our most difficult guests to book have been Eleanor and Daphne. So
hopefully tomorrow we'll do that.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow we'll line them up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna text Marie and see if we get Marie on. I could use some good energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think all the things you listed are challenging things, and having our routine off, and, you know, I think the things that we would have typically done to like feel like refreshed, we can't do. We can't see our friends. We can't go very many places. Even the places we go, it's like,
yeah,
it's not fun a lot of times. And even like your parents coming today was like so hot outside, and you know, just
it's extra burdensome. Like we went to be on Bobby's and can't touch Grayson even though he wants to play, and my parents are here, and I feel like anything they touch is like radioactive because we're just trying not to like. So it's a whole nother layer on hosting in general. Kind of sucks, and then we're grilling and cooking, keeping the food separate, and
I know we're just being super extra about it, but it feels like, you know, we want to be safe, you know, so it's just.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we could not know and risk it. And we could not know and be super extra cautious. So
I'd rather do that. But it does add like extra level of, you know, some of the things become harder, you know, but it's a downer episode a little bit.
Yeah. 2020 sucks, man. I'm excited for him to get here. Like he's moving a lot in your belly.
Yeah.
And like, I'm looking forward to having him to interact with and be here. And
I definitely feel like I'm more excited for that now than I've been ever before in this process.
Yeah, it's getting super real. So it's all like adding up to it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's like you're not gonna have your job soon, and like there's just so many layers on all of this. Like, but we're cool, but like
yeah, that's definitely a.
Who knows where this is gonna go?
It's gonna be a interesting ride too.
Glad to do it together. Love you.
So, is that it? This is such a bummer episode.
Sometimes you get me bummed out. This is the real shit, kid. This is where we were at today.
Yeah.
Excited for you and
worried about everything else.
Everything else feels messy.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of changes, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good to have a bad week.
Oh, I know. Love you.
Love you.